So we have got up to achieved. All of that is up to achieved. Now we're looking at the merit stuff. And for that, there is a section here which says income predictions for the future. The future value of tomatoes and artichokes is unknown, and obviously you understand that. I mean, who would have known fuel prices in this day and age? So that's why some companies do forecasting and future predictions. Anyway, however, payments per hectare of tomatoes and hectare of artichokes are forecast to be in a ratio 1 to 2. What that means is for whatever the value is of, so by the way, tomatoes is mentioned first and then artichokes. So tomatoes would be the ratio 1, artichokes the ratio 2. Okay. So what that means is for the future, you could have something like tomatoes as $10,000 per hectare, which means artichokes would be its double because it's 1:2. So would it be $20,000? Okay. I tend not to decrease the value of what it was here because think about it in the context. For farming, you think, things, costs are increasing, etc. So you for a farmer, from his perspective, probably income will increase. However, I do not think you'll be wrong if you decrease the value to, like, say, $8,000 or whatever. The algebra will work out in the background, okay? So let's say, take one instance. Let's say the tomatoes remain as $10,000. The artichokes become $20,000. So going to my Google document. So let's have a look. This is what I've done. An example of have a read, okay? Have a read because that'll save me my video time. Here's an example of 10,000 and 20,000. Feel free to pause and read this. So that means our objective function is going to change. Okay, $10,000 per hectare of tomatoes and 20,000 per hectare of artichoke. So that means in the spreadsheet which we were doing, I'll change that. And of course, the price now becomes that and down. And here we go. Oh, check that out. That means we have more than one possible solution. If Farmer Ted, if the pricing of tomatoes and artichokes in the future are in the ratio 1:2, he's got options. He can do 30 hectares of tomatoes, 45 hectares of artichokes. That will be using 75 hectares of land within all his constraint. Also, he can do 60 hectares of tomatoes and 30 hectares of artichokes. And in doing so, attaining maximum income of $1.2 million in the future. That's one possible situation. You could have gone and done something like, say, $15,000 for tomatoes. And of course, that will change to 30,000 because remember, it's doubled in the future. So that means in my formula, I'll change that to 15, and change that to 30, and hover over my mouse, get that green square, click, drag down. Same thing again. So this is you exploring future income predictions, and that's what you need to write down. Okay, I've done two for you. What do you need to write down? For example, in a paragraph here is here's one that I've explored, and it looks like Farmer Ted has two options. And you can do another one, which I've done here. Copy paste that, and say another option is for Farmer Ted to do 30 hectares of, or rather, if the price is $15,000 per hectare of tomatoes and $30,000 per hectare of artichokes, here's another scenario. Looks like, regardless of what it looks like, if the ratio stays in 1:2, Farmer Ted will have two options. That will gain you a merit or getting into the merit category, okay? Because you're beginning to explore what income or future income predictions look like. Now, if I take you back to the PDF document, which you have on the classroom page, if you look at the marking criteria, the rubric attached, it says here they have started, they as in you students, have started to investigate the income in the future years. That will take you up to merit, okay? Please do not forget that you have to write paragraphs explaining what you have covered. So I'm just going to pause my video, write something, and you can have a read. So yeah, look, I've written a blurb here. Please feel free to pause the video and have a read, okay? So that was if it's 10,000 and 20,000, and down here I've got another option, and I've put a little thing for generalizing. So this would be in the ocean of merit. So once again, pause the video, have a read of what I've written, and flick me emails if you have any questions or queries. Thank you.